Tonight we are at Todd English's Blue Zoo here at the Dolphin Hotel in the Epcot Resort area. If you don't know, we do dining reviews every single Monday, so be sure to check those out. We've actually been here before, but it has been like 3.5 years. We came for the first time on our honeymoon, and this is our first time back, so I'm really excited. I know once Josh was back to the lounge and bar area, but I haven't been back at all, so I'm really excited to have some seafood tonight, and the bread's already here, so we're about to dig in. So there's actually 3 different types of bread. There is a ciabatta, a focaccia, and a cracker, and then the butter actually has some fennel seed in it, and it looks like it might be whipped, so we should be in for a treat.
So I've got the ciabatta bread, and the butter is very spreadable. It's whipped with the fennel. The bread is great. It's has a nice crunch on the outside. It's nice and moist and soft on the inside, and the only thing I don't like is the fennel. Fennel like has it's like almost like a black licorice. I don't like that.
So the focaccia bread that they have is actually caramelized onion focaccia, so completely different than the ciabatta that was on top of the basket. That is really good. It's nice and soft. You get a nice onion flavor in there. I did try a piece of ciabatta with some of the fennel on there, and I didn't actually really like that because I don't like the fennel flavor, but I like this bread without any butter. And we are not dining alone tonight. Our friends, the Magic Dads, Mike and Steve are with us, and little Caleb, whose food's already arrived.
Hello. That's life with a kid.
So for my appetizer, I got the teppan seared jumbo scallops. It came with a braised beef short rib. Let me tell you what, that was like a perfect appetizer. I went to put my fork in the scallop and almost pushed it through the plate because it was so tender. I barely needed any pressure at all, and the knife swiped right through it. I know anytime I've had scallops and it has been a good scallop, it has only taken me one swipe of the knife, and that did the same. And then the beef short rib that came with it was also really tender. It pulled apart with the fork and the knife so easily. It was an excellent appetizer. Scallops seared perfectly on both sides. I could have had a couple more of those.
For my appetizer, I had the barbecue oysters. These are stone roasted, barbecue spiced, East Coast oysters. House Chipotle barbecue sauce is served on the side, 17 bucks. They were pretty good. They still got that like nice briny salt to them. And then the barbecue themselves, like for the flavoring of the oysters, actually was not like overdone. So they are kind of like a Rockefeller style. The one thing that they looked like they added was like a little piece of, it looked like a little piece of bacon that was on there too. It's really good. I would recommend to get them if you like oysters.
For my entree, I had the miso glazed marrow. This is a Hawaiian sea bass with shiitake ginger rice, black garlic, and sticky soy. This is a really nice white fish. It's nice and flaky, nice and like, I don't even know. I don't really know how to describe fish because I don't normally get that, so I'm sure if you've been watching our videos for a while, you're surprised that I didn't get the steak tonight. But on our honeymoon 3.5 years ago, this is what I had to eat, and it was amazing. So I had to get it again because they didn't even change it at all since the last time we've been here. You got a really nice ginger flavor in the rice, and it was a nice like sticky rice, so it was actually kind of easier to eat with a fork. And I loved the miso glaze on the fish. You could tell it was like, I mean, the only way to describe it is as a glaze, but I loved the flavor of it. It was like a little bit sweet, but not too sweet, and it was just perfect combination with that fish.
For my entree tonight, I have this evening's dancing fish, which is whole roasted sustainable striped bass with spiced sweet potato, roasted cauliflower, imported Italian farro, and warm brown butter vinaigrette. It was good. One thing that's kind of cool is that you can get it brought to you as the whole fish, or the chefs will fillet it in the back for you. It's really up to you. I actually kind of like watching them do it here, so I had them bring it out as a whole fish, and then the server actually started to debone it for me. One thing that they will tell you is that like there is still a chance that there may be some bones in there, so just be careful. Don't like try to, shovel it down, because I did still get some bones in there. But I mean, like that, it happens. So don't like be like, oh my gosh. Just be prepared for that. But very good. It's not. I don't think of sea bass as like a very flaky fish, but it was still cooked really well. Flavor-wise, a little bit sweet. But then still a little bit savory with like the skin of the fish that's still left on there. So it was pretty good. We also had a lobster mac and cheese, cooked really well. It was a nice cheesy mac and cheese, and I didn't really eat the lobster that much, but the lobster was still pretty good. It's cooked well.
So last thing, we did decide to get some dessert. I got the molten chocolate lava cake, which is pretty much self-explanatory. Nice chocolate cake with a molten center. It was served with some vanilla bean ice cream and then some chocolate sauce. I don't know if you could ever even mess up a molten chocolate lava cake, but it was perfection. Nice and chocolatey. Was really nice to have that ice cold ice cream to mix with the real hot warm chocolate. Really good dessert. I love me some chocolate.
All right, so for dessert tonight, I had the pineapple upside down cake, which is served with a cherry ice cream, and it is like an actual cherry ice cream. There were real cherries in there, and to really top it off, they put in like a chocolate stem, which kind of looked cool. But all in all, very, very sweet. Pineapple was pretty good. I don't know if I like pineapple. This to me. Okay, this is weird, I know, but this was probably made with like real pineapple chunks that they probably chopped up or pureed or whatever, laid on the bottom. I actually think that I prefer pineapple upside down cake with canned sliced pineapples, which is really shocking, because I thought I was really going to enjoy this, but it just, flavor for me was just not there. It was super sweet. It was a good combination between the cherry and the pineapple, but I think you guys know I'm not a huge fan of very sweet desserts, and they didn't really have something on there that wasn't super sweet that looked like appealing to me. So, but I think if you enjoy sweet dishes, if you enjoy pineapple, the cherry and the pineapple was a decent combination, but to me it just didn't match well. I think you would enjoy it, so it was okay. We just finished eating at Blue Zoo. It was pretty good. Haven't been here since 2016.
Yep, our honeymoon.
Yeah, it's a great restaurant. It's definitely more towards the seafood side of things with fish.
Yes, most definitely.
They do have some steak. They do have some chicken that's on the menu. But I think like if you're looking for fish, this is the place to do it.
Any kind of seafood, really good. My scallops were amazing. Your oysters,
Yeah,
I
they were
didn't
good.
try them, but you
Yeah.
said they were good. And
They were.
then the fish was amazing. I tried Josh's as well, and I loved like that puree that was underneath his fish. It was really good. But overall, I think this was actually a really good meal. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I will say that there's no convention or anything going on here, and this is a convention center, so the restaurant was actually like not busy at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like on some nights it might be a little busier than others, just depending on what the resort itself looks like. So
Yeah, and I didn't show the receipt because I forget all the time. But for Taylor and I, we both had appetizers, we both had an entree, and we both got a dessert.
which
Plus,
we normally don't do all that.
I had a mojito plus a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Came out to about $200. So this is
Yeah.
on the more expensive side of things for
Yeah.
the restaurant, or for restaurants here in Disney. But
Yeah.
it's a signature place and it's really nice.
And the fish is definitely like higher quality
Yeah.
fish, different options as well. So
It's good.
let us know if you have ever been to Todd English's Blue Zoo here at the Dolphin Resort.